Hi everyone and welcome to a new Mew Mew blog thingy. Today we'll be continuing our anime versus manga comparison with Chapter 9. Where we last left off, Zakuro finally joins the team, and thanks to the fight being broadcasted on live TV, everyone in Japan knows about the Mew Mews. The main plot of this chapter was put into episode 12 of the anime. They both start with Ichigo dreaming of saving the day, and Aoyama finding out. However, there was a huge difference. In the manga, Ichigo fights with the other Mew Mews against Quiche, and Aoyama responds to the reveal with acceptance, saying that he'll fight with her. In the anime, the dream has Ichigo fighting alone against a Godzilla-like monster, saving a bunch of Aoyama lookalikes. The real Aoyama comes along and is ashamed to even look at her. He runs, leaving her in tears trying to explain things to him. Ichigo's teacher waking her up, although a lot more harshly in the manga than the anime, her eating lunch with Moe and Miwa, her classmates talking about the Mew Mews, and her getting flattered at hearing people say that the pink girl was their favorite are the same in both versions. Ichigo talking to Aoyama in the next scene has some changes. In the manga, Ichigo accidentally spills a drink during lunch and Aoyama comes and helps clean it up. Ichigo runs out to thank him, almost jumping on him but manages to avoid embarrassing herself. Aoyama mentions that he has to go to kendo practice and starts to leave. Ichigo then states that they haven't done anything together since their last date at the zoo, in which Aoyama explains that he's been busy since a kendo tournament is coming up, and he's also helping out some college students at Inohara Park investigate the cherry trees that are still in bloom, despite it being summertime. But he does assure her that they'll be able to go out again when those things are finished. In the anime, Aoyama personally invites her to go to the park with him and shows her the cherry tree itself. He then talks about a cicada that lives in the tree, hinting at his own feelings. He apologizes for rambling, but Ichigo says that she doesn't mind. Aoyama then says that he'll accompany her to wherever she wants to go until she has to go to work. Most of the cafe scene is the same in both versions, but there are some minor differences. The anime adds a scene of Ichigo smirking since she just finished a date with Aoyama, and Minto and Retsusu having a small banter about Minto not working. The rest of the scene with Zakuro working at the cafe for the first time, Keiichiro making a cake to celebrate the girls becoming a team, and Ryo calling them all to the basement is the same. Right after, the manga has the basement scene and Ryo explains the Mew Mew's mission, and the animals the girls are infused with. Before this scene, the anime shows Quiche at Inohara Park, hinting that he has a plan involving the cherry tree. The basement scene in the anime is the same as the manga for the most part, except Ryo explains their mission in further detail. And the anime adds scenes of Ichigo lamenting about the fact that it's unknown when she'll ever return to normal, her at home wondering how things will work out, and then her going to school the next day before Keiichiro gets information about the cherry tree. Ryo then informs them of alien activity, and Ichigo personally volunteers to take care of the tree in Inohara Park. Ryo then gives the girls a send-off, using their team name Tokyo Mew Mew for the first time. In the manga, after Ryo mentions the girls' animals, he tells them that they are currently not strong enough to beat the aliens just yet, and they'll need a substance called Mew Aqua to help them out. The scene then cuts to Pai and Tart talking to Quiche from the shadows, telling him to start his next plan. Ryo then talks more about the Mew Aqua, saying that there are 5 pieces they need to find. Keiichiro then tells them about the danger occurring at Inohara Park. In the anime, Pai and Tart aren't introduced until the end of episode 13, and the Mew Aqua itself isn't mentioned by name until episode 21. Also in the anime, all of the plants in the city are infected with toxin, and their job is to destroy the source, which was 5 cherry trees in separate locations. In the manga, it was all of the cherry trees in Inohara Park. In the anime, Aoyama is in the park alone gathering samples. Quiche appears and the toxin from the cherry petals start to spread. Aoyama passes out, Ichigo confronts Quiche, and they spar for a bit. Quiche, impressed by Ichigo's skills, decides to spare her if she joins him. Ichigo then sees the other girls use their powers at the locations they were sent to. They start wondering who hasn't attacked yet, since the toxin won't dissipate until they use all of their powers at once. Ichigo ignores Quiche's offer and charges towards the tree. Quiche yells at her to stop, afraid that the toxins will kill her. Ichigo then uses her powers and the girls succeed in destroying the trees. Keiichiro then confirms to Ryo that the toxin has been removed. He stares at Ichigo for a bit and then leaves. In the manga, Aoyama's with the college students when the toxin starts spreading. Aoyama tries to protect a little girl, but Quiche appears and sends some bird chimeras at them. Ichigo attacks before the chimeras can and confronts Quiche. Unlike the anime, Aoyama stays conscious during the whole fight. The toxins didn't get too much for the Mew Mews to handle, and they combine their powers to give Ichigo the Straw Bell Bell version up, and she uses a new attack called Strawberry Check Healing. Quiche at first thinks Ichigo's doing a normal attack, but it's revealed that she used the attack to rip all of the cherry blossoms off the trees, thus cutting off the source of the toxin. Quiche then leaves in defeat. In the anime, Ichigo apologizes to the tree for killing it, and notices that the cicada that lived there has also been killed. In the manga, the cherry trees are still alive. Ichigo's apology was about her removing their beautiful blossoms. But then she smiles, assured that she'll see the blossoms again in the following year. Then both episode 12 of the anime and chapter 9 of the manga end with Aoyama referring to Ichigo by name, and her frightened that he might have found out that she's a Mew Mew. And that ends this comparison and concludes volume 2 of the manga, which means that that's it for this Mew Mew blog thingy. If there are any other Mew Mew topics you want me to talk about, put them in the comments below. Tune in next time where we'll start with volume 3 by comparing the anime to chapter 10.
I've been watching you for a long, long time, but you just see right through me, and I can't seem to get you off my mind. You don't know what it's doing to me. I got your picture spread out all over my walls. I'm the one that breathes heavy when he calls, 'cause I'm a stalker. I'm a stalker. Baby, won't you just consider me? I got a job and I'm a real good dancer. I got money and a car and I love cats, and I won't take no for an answer. You know that Hershey makes kisses by the ton, but I'm only asking you for one. You're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, it's true. The day I touched your face, you sprayed me with mace, and until the day you say I do, I'll still be stalking you. Baby, I swear I don't mean no harm. You didn't have to get that restraining order. All I do is camp out in your backyard. It's just me and my little camcorder. And if our life was a movie, you'd be the star every second of the day. I know where you are. I'm a walker, not a talker. I'm a midnight stalker, baby.